Alright, would I like to play first? Yes. Solid hand, can't argue with it. We'll probably name black on the cold steel. Yep, I'm gonna keep that. Good to be on the play here. Our opponent is unsure what they want to be doing, I guess. Alright, there we go. So they went to 6, but they're on the draw, so that's not so bad. Last turn. We're playing against somebody who's 1-0 right now. God, yeah, they're really struggling to pair people up evenly. I can't tell if this is a pair up or a pair down. It's probably a pair up in the sense that we didn't earn our win, whereas our opponent probably did. Like, we're essentially an 0-1 deck that has a win for some reason, playing against a 1-0. So this is probably going to go badly, but you never know. See how it goes, I guess. At the very least, we're locked for 50 points, which breaks even with the 150 we got last night, so call it a wash, I guess. Oh, dear. Well, my opponent sure is doing the things. Gush underneath there. Okay. Cold steel named black. Pass the turn. I could. And I'd be sad, but never not doing that. Click? This reads like click to me. Oh. Yeah, Vendilion click. Well, rest in peace, Thief of Sanity. The good news is that we can beat the click, but they're going to get the thief out of us, which is a shame. They might even have to take the Walking Ballista, funnily enough. Because Ballista is just like a really clean answer to Vendilion Click. I even get to keep it around afterwards. So it sort of depends on what they're trying to accomplish here. They took... Wait, what did they take? Well, they took the Doomfall. That's unexpected. That's thoroughly unexpected. Weird. I think I do just take the turn to cast this Ballista here. Just so we can get the clique off the board. They could have a force here, I suppose. They did have the days. Yeah, so they were trying to bait me into Ballisting. And they took the Doomfall because they couldn't daze it. It's not bad. It's not bad. So that's why they took the Doomfall. They took the Doomfall because the Doomfall answered it with a mana open. Whereas the Ballista, they knew I wouldn't. Yeah, pretty big brain, honestly. I cannot deny. So they know about the Treachery and the Thief. So I'll be very curious to see if any of that happens. Time Walk, good lord, opponent. Just going off over there. Yeah, my opponent's deck is sicko. Alright, land pass. City of Brass in a deck like this is a little surprising to me. Oh, they didn't quite pass. Okay, they did. Alright, I mean, I'm gonna Treachery here, and it's gonna get countered, I assume. Oh. Okay, did my opponent just, like, not have a plan beyond this? I mean, alright. Alright, I mean, that was a pretty good turn for me. Ooh, that's a Tef. And a land. Did I play to land this turn? I did. I think we're just topping, honestly. These are both totally fine cards. Well, now I'm back to just not really knowing what's happening. Because, like, my opponent did a bunch of cool things, but, like, now they're kind of just getting owned. I think I'd have a Wrath here and, like, kind of reset the game. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. They did, like, a lot of cool things and then just kind of died. They didn't know about Gearhulk, no. Not to my knowledge. Yeah, they just did a bunch of cool stuff, ran out of cards, and died. To my Thief of Sanity. Which really begs the question, why didn't you take Thief of Sanity if you didn't have an answer to it? To be fair, my hand was very good. But that was odd, to say the least. Alright, well, I don't know enough about the deck to really want to make any choices here. There's like a temptation to bring in the Electrolyze. But not a very high one. Not without knowing more about the deck. I think I'm just going to leave my deck as is for now, and we will see what happens. And now I know they have a Daze, so that element of surprise is a little bit gone too. It's a good hand. I'll definitely keep this. I have all my colors. I'm missing double black, but that's not the end of the world. I do have a chromatic lantern that essentially gets me double black, assuming I get to resolve it, which isn't a guarantee, mind you, but, you know. Alright, they got a Chrome Mox turn again. My opponent is a fan of the Chrome Moxen. Okay, good opener. So again, they could like Daze a turn one play here. But like if they want to Daze a Preordain, I'm okay with that. Like, they'll get some value, but it's kind of whatever. Yeah, once again, I kind of like both of these. They just sort of do what I want right now. They help me build my mana up and stuff. So we're going to pass. Jeez, opponent. Go off. Chrome Mox looks a little bit better in a deck with Recall in it, that's for sure. What's exiled under the Mox? ECD, okay. And a DAC. Alright. Alright. Well, that makes the Dimir Signet I just topped look a little bit more embarrassing. Yeah, my bonus deck is nice. It looks like they just completely ran out of gas in the last game, but their deck is absurd. Time Walk Ancestral. Vendilion Click, DAC. Like these are all high quality cards. So we're just gonna Brain Maggot here, hopefully not get our butts dazed. Yeah, not a fan of the Dimir Signet anymore, or the Chromatic Lantern awkwardly, but again, deck attack it is. Alright, show me the Daze OP. I wasn't really serious, but I'm also not shocked. Not feeling good about this particular game. Their mana is ambitious, but not, like, egregiously so. Like, a fetch land already makes their mana look a lot better. They are a 4-color deck, so, like, it's not like it's not ambitious at all, but if they've got the fetches and whatever to, like, thread it together... Now, fetching a basic is a little bit intriguing to me, admittedly. Oh, this is so annoying. Like, I literally can't do anything here. Like, I'm not going to run out my Signet or my Lantern just to have them get countered. Like, that just doesn't do anything. So, I mean, they're ticking up their DAC, which is, like, bad because they're just finding things. I mean, Tundra's not bad here. They must have had that in hand, because that's definitely a thing that flats would go fetch for, probably. Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, typically games where your opponent gets to just have a Planeswalker in play for multiple turns uncontested are not games that end in favor of the person without the Planeswalker. I'm going to try to add my Planeswalker to the mix in a minute, but we're going to have to see how that goes. This deck doesn't even have particularly great outs to it either. I also have to remember this is turn 4. Like, how is this already turn 4 and this is what's going on here? Doomscar and Path to Exile. Sure, Time Walk as well. Why not? Like, this isn't the world's greatest Time Walk, ultimately. Like, the Dak Emblem doesn't do anything. At least not that I can tell. I don't think there are cards in the cube that target creatures that are not, like, kill spells. Yeah, so just looting some more. My opponent has 17 cards left in their deck. Like, they have seen 12 more cards than we have so far. That is obscene. Getting rid of Drifter and Blade Splicer now. Shocking themselves for a Steam Vents. That's not good. What are my outs to that card, if any? Lily delays it by a bit, so does Doomfall. So does Heartless Act, I suppose. So does Heartless Act. Man, I really wanted to play Teferi here, but I kind of don't think I can. Ugh. Yeah, I have to Heartless Act this. I'm gonna do it in my own end step so that they don't get it back till their end step. Him the Torak could potentially be a good draw here. No plays is interesting. Click. Treachery. Treachery is actually a nice answer here. Okay. We can do that. Alright, so let's Tef. Counterspell? Shit. Click in response. Crap, that takes the Treachery. That's bad again. Probably not gonna end well for us, unfortunately. Yeah, their hand has just been, like, way too disruptive. Lily is an interesting draw. Lily is a very interesting draw here. They do know about the Noxious, interestingly. Oh, I forgot to activate my Teferi because I'm an idiot. Okay, well, that's great. Hope that doesn't come back to punish me. Okay, well, apparently irrelevant anyway. Yeah, let's discard Signet. Yeah, I could have gotten Chromatic Lantern out of my hand too here, so that's a bit of a pain. Oof, I just realized Gear Hall gets stolen by Dak, which is really bad for me. Yeah, if they have a Gear follower, that's true. But they are not playing green. It's the one color we haven't seen them play so far. So I'm not convinced that they have that. Sure. Maybe my opponent just draws themselves to death. What do we think, chat? Ponder. Jeez, like they really might, though. Got rid of Gush there. Yeah, true. Because you don't control it, target it, then the thing would kick in, then they get it, and then it doesn't, and then it fizzles. Yeah, that's an interesting observation. Okay, free booty is decent. Now what, opponent? Why are you pausing my draw step? You already have a click. You literally look like a kid stealing from the cookie jar right now. Alright, so land, freebooter, let's see what they got. I'm genuinely curious as to what their last two cards are. Why didn't they run out? They must have thought I was on Counterspell. That's ridiculous. Okay. Sure. So let's take the hint to Turok and then Lily make them discard the Ashiok. And then pass. The fact that they didn't run out the Ashiok is, like, very surprising to me. Oh, they actually didn't have enough. Sorry, I thought this was the 3-mana Ashiok. Brainstorm. My opponent's gonna duck themselves. They're actually just trying to die. I kinda love it. What were their other win cons? Because we've kind of dealt with all of them so far. Oh yeah, also I just noticed that my opponent just like voluntarily ditched their Scarab God. So that's interesting. Alright, Brainstorm, Crack Fetch, the Timeless Classic. My opponent's deck has to have a lot of lands in it, right? They've shown me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands. So there is like 7 lands in my opponent's 9-card deck right now. Presumably. Alright, Duretti is fine. Sack Mox to kill that? Sure. Then they attack the Lily for 4. This is the weirdest game. Oh, they're making me draw and discard 2 cards. Fascinating. Yeah, they like don't actually want to do that anymore. Yeah, I mean, they can essentially just start making me mill at a certain point. Sure, so attack that. Draw a card, okay. So I'm gonna make them. Target opponent exiles a creature they control. Play a land, discard a card. Right, of course it was the him. So, like, how is my opponent winning this game? It's gonna be tough with the cards that they have left. So they're gonna make me mill 2 again. That's fine. Neither of those were great. I wouldn't have minded the Jace, but it wasn't, like, crucial or anything. That's pretty good. On my opponent's 0 cards. Nice Planeswalker's opponent. How do you like mine? So let's just roll her up. Let's roll this up. Jeez, my opponent has a Mox Emerald too. My opponent's deck has 3 pieces of power in it. That is absurd. Oh, I shouldn't have played the Mox Emerald. They just get to grab that with Dak for no particular reason. Like, I don't think it's going to matter, but it was better in exile. I didn't need it, and it's just randomly ramping my opponent. Unless they just want to keep rolling up on me. That might still actually just be, like, correct to do so. But again, like, their deck has somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 lands in it right now. And, yeah, that's just not a lot. Damn. Now, I don't have that many win cons left either. It should be noted. However... Wait, what just happened? Oh, they're just making another thinger? Sure. Card in hand? Sure. I'm gonna roll up... If it was an instant speed removal spell, they would have just done it on my upkeep. So we're just going to roll this up and make them get rid of whatever card this is. There's a Night's Whisper. Yeah, I don't see them casting that anytime soon. Top card is... Ooh, yeah, I'll cast the Painful Truths of my own here. Green, black, blue. Do it. Because now they can't really DAC me anymore, because I can just, like, discard random cards. And they're still, quote-unquote, decking faster than I am. Yeah, I'm going to tip result here. And I don't... they're going to lose here if they can't do anything. Because, yeah, tip result is going to just completely demolish them. Going to have a hand of, like, 100 cards. Oh, yeah, thanks for the counterspell, friend. Sure, discard Hint to Torak and Blood Crypt. Now I get to stop any card here if it's irrelevant. I'm assuming the card in their hand is irrelevant, or they would have cast it before looting me into potential more cards. Sure. You got it. That seems more petulant than anything, but who am I to judge? It's also not a bad one. All right, do that. Here's my hand. Lord, I'm gonna time myself out just trying to do this. This is so cool, though. Wait, hang on. Can I recall? I can recall my opponent. Amazing. Hang on. Wait. So I Seagate Stormcaller. Yeah, we're gonna recall my opponent to death. That's how we're gonna do this. 1, 2. And then we're gonna cast Ancestral Recall, targeting my opponent. Yeah. You again. Gutty! You like to draw cards, opponent? Draw all of them. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I did say my opponent would draw themselves to death. I did enjoy winning that with the Tibalt ult. That was very cool. Tibalt continues to be like my favorite freaking card in this cube. It's just never not good. It's been absurd every time I've cast it. Alright, we broke even on that one. That was a fun draft, honestly.